heart of Halmer, a storm was brewing. The once peaceful nation stood divided as two formidable factions etched their battle lines into the heart of an already bruised land. It was not the sound of distant thunder that shook the foundations of the nation, but the deafening clash of ideologies. The Dawn Coalition, led by the stalwart quartet of Richard, Catherine, Arthur, and Josephine, viewed the past with a harrowing reverence. Their eyes still bore the weight of a previous war that had left the scars of devastation etched across Halmer's soul. Their vision for the country was one born out of necessity, a guiding light out of chaos through patience, rebuilding, and fortifying. They feared another catastrophic confrontation with Eric Darrow and his forces, a fear driven not by cowardice, but by a calculated assessment of despair. Across the ideological battlefield stood the Dusk Council, with Reynald and his zealous loyalists rallying the call for a preemptive strike. They argued that Eric Darrow's forces were weakened, teetering on the edge after their own grave losses, and proclaimed that now was the time to crush the remnants. To the Dusk Council, hesitation was a chink in the armor. Their path was fraught with vengeance, driven by the belief that only through proactive force could future stability be promised at the expense of present harmony. The ideological chess was at a stalemate, with neither side willing to concede. As shadows lengthened over Halmer, those few remaining voices of mediation cried out into the void. These whispering emissaries of peace, shadowed by the looming titans of conflict, frantically sought a compromise, a string to unravel this knot of dread before the final chords of peace frayed completely. But with each rising sun, the tension whipped tighter, and the drums of war beat louder, an ominous cadence edging Halmer closer to a precipice from which there seemed no return. No matter who emerged from the ashes, the nation they fought to protect threatened to become a ghost of its former glory. Yet, in the enveloping darkness, hope clung to existence like a fading ember, praying for a breath before being extinguished by the winds of war. Halmer's future, once brilliant and full of promise, hung perilously in the balance, its legacy waiting to be penned by the victory of ideals or the ruin of chaos.